Hello and welcome to Dateline Lagos on Channels Television. I'm Olumide Macaulay. Coming up on the program, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu launches mass vaccination. Lagos to develop waterways safety code and Obasekumade Road construction. We kick off the show with the issue of the COVID-19 pandemic. The Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has launched a mass vaccination program which targets 4 million residents before the end of 2021. The initiative is geared towards containing the spread of the deadly virus as the Yuletide approaches.
Some residents on the streets of Lagos have put aside the COVID-19 safety measures, unmindful of the pandemic. The Lagos State government is still working tirelessly to keep its residents safe from the virus. In this hall, the governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, his deputy incident commander, state health officials, as well as the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency have gathered to discuss the process made in vaccinating residents of Lagos.
To formally invite the incident commander of the COVID-19 incident structure in Lagos.
Governor Sanwo-Olu then gives an update on the number of residents vaccinated so far.
Currently, we are the second phase of the vaccination campaign, and as of today, the state has successfully vaccinated a total of 800,000 with the first dose of the Moderna and a total of over 310,000 with the fully vaccinated with the AstraZeneca vaccine. So meaning that in the second phase, we have both the Moderna and the AstraZeneca. This has brought the state to a total number of individuals vaccinated with the first dose of either AstraZeneca or Moderna to 1.2 million, and fully vaccinated individual, meaning that they have taken the second dose, to over 550,000. This is, we believe, it has accounted for about 4% of our total population.
In curbing the spread of the deadly virus and addressing a possible fourth wave of COVID-19, the governor flags off a statewide mass vaccination campaign targeting 4 million residents before the end of December 2021.
It's all over. With a full understanding that a substantial proportion of the population will need to be vaccinated to reduce the impact of ongoing spread of the COVID-19 virus and to prevent the emergence of the catastrophic that we've witnessed in previous waves. There is a potential for a fourth wave, and so the state has developed a robust vaccination strategy, leveraging on both the strength that we have in the public and particularly in the private sector on our health system. Therefore, to mitigate against this potential damage and to minimize further spread of the COVID-19 virus in the state, and we believe we want to also accelerate our efforts to achieve what we call an herd immunity. The need for a different strategy has become a front burner issue. Its operation Count Me In. 4 million Lagosians to be vaccinated against COVID-19. And we believe that to target 4 million residents before the end of December 2021. Once achieved, this will bring the state closer to reaching my promised vaccination of 30% of our total population within 1 year. We also plan to set up mass vaccination sites in high traffic locations across the state and have mobile vans that will move around settlements to reach individuals in hard-to-reach areas with limited access to health facilities. We'll set up a COVID-19 vaccination fixed post across 205 public health primary centers, all of our 14 of our secondary and tertiary hospitals, and we're hoping that we can partner with over 400 private health centers. We're going to be opening our borders to a lot of people that will be coming in December. There's going to be a lot of movement from in and around of Lagos. Lagos is the biggest international airport. Lagos is the biggest seaport. Lagos is also the biggest land borders. So we cannot afford to take this, with kid gloves. We certainly have to show the pace. We certainly have to show the leadership. And I'm calling on all my citizens that this is also important for us because the battle is not out. But we've all complained that where are the vaccines? My answer to you now is that the vaccines are here. Please let's go out there and let's get vaccinated.
The Executive Director of the National Primary Healthcare Development, Dr. Faisal Shuaib, says the mass vaccination campaign will help Nigeria attain herd immunity against COVID-19.
As you are aware, there is already a fourth wave in the UK. We do not want a fourth wave of COVID-19 in Lagos or anywhere in Nigeria for that matter. As of today, the 26th of October 2021, a total of 5,588,477 eligible persons have received their first dose of the COVID-19 vaccine in Nigeria, while 2,950,236 have received their second dose and are thus fully vaccinated. This represents 5% and 2.6% respectively of the targeted eligible population of 102 million Nigerians. From the data above, it is obvious that we are very far from reaching our target of vaccinating 102 million eligible persons, which is necessary for Nigeria to attain herd immunity against COVID-19. This is why the flag off today is very significant. While we are glad that Nigeria is ranked high among the performing countries in terms of COVID vaccine rollout, we still have a lot of work to do in order to reach levels of immunization that will ensure our nation's safety. This campaign is an important step in that direction. It is in the light of the above that the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency, the Federal Ministry of Health, and the Presidential Steering Committee is proud to collaborate with Lagos State in the launch of the mass vaccination campaign in order to fast-track vaccine uptake and move rapidly towards herd immunity and recovery from COVID-19. The mass vaccination campaign is a carefully designed and quality-controlled strategy that creates greater access to COVID-19 vaccines in Nigeria through prudent expansion of vaccination sites and involvement of the private sector and even more public health facilities in vaccine administration. We now have enough vaccines, so this is the opportunity to get vaccinated. We now have the jabs, we now need the arms. We recognize the fact that the mass vaccination campaign can only succeed if there is mass mobilization of the people. We are therefore calling on state governors, local government chairmen, traditional and religious leaders, mass media, social influencers, and every Nigerian to lend a helping hand in mobilizing eligible persons who are unvaccinated to register to get vaccinated or just walk into the nearest vaccination center and get the jab.
And the Commissioner for Health, Professor Akin Abayami, says the response plan is to help Lagos completely eradicate the virus to boost economic activities.
We have studied the manner in which we acquire our first, second, and third waves. We have put a strategic plan in place to dent and flatten the possibility of a fourth wave. That includes a two-pronged approach to ensure that we can control the inbound flight regulation and guidelines into Lagos and maintain people in isolation if they are detected positive, and secondly, through a mass vaccination campaign.
The Lagos State government is appealing to all residents to continue to obey all the non-pharmaceutical guidelines and win the war against the global pandemic.